how much should I actually be paying for IT support? So this is a question that we get asked a lot, and often because it's difficult to find pricing online. Not a lot of IT companies publish pricing on the website. So we'll go through today how much Genmar charges. We'll talk about what else is out there in terms of what price points exist, the different ways that IT companies charge for IT support, and what should and shouldn't be included at each or price point as well. So the first part of this is, why is it so difficult to get a simple answer on how much IT support costs? Why don't IT companies publish their pricing on the website? The honest answer to this is that it's difficult often to compare like for like. What one IT company may include in an IT support package would not be included in someone else's. So sometimes you'll see that a cheaper IT support package on the face of it, actually when you add on all the additional add-ons and things that you require, you're actually paying more than the other more expensive looking package to begin with. So often IT companies want to sit with you and discuss all of that so they know you're comparing like for like before they give you pricing. The way that most IT companies charge for pricing is a per user or per device per month pricing model. This is typically what we would recommend the best way for you to pay for your IT support, because one, it means that you know how that scales up. You know, if you double the amount of computers or users that you have, you understand what your monthly bill is going to look like after that change. But two, the reason why that's good is that it also incentivizes the IT company for them to reduce the amount of support work that you're creating, because they're going to get paid the same amount either way. So actually, they want you to have less support issues. The other way that IT companies will charge for IT support is like a block of hours per month. And often that can seem a lot cheaper on the face of it. But like I say, what that means is that you're incentivizing that IT company for you to create more support work. So whereas with a per user per month model, they may do proactive support work to stop you having issues so you don't have to call them so often. Actually, the sort of block hour program, they may not want to do that because they kind of want you to call them and book more hours on the phone with you, and more issues to exist, because they're effectively going to get paid more for issues happening in your business. Both of those systems can actually work well for different businesses. If you're a really low touch business and you have a very small amount of support requirements, maybe you've got someone in house that houses a lot of your IT already, maybe the block hour system can be good for you, because it's only going to be a small amount of time you're going to book with that IT company every month. So a block hour system may be a really good system for you. If you're looking for like a more complete managed IT service, we often recommend that per user per month model, which is why when I talk about all the pricing now, I'm going to talk about the pricing as a per user per month, rather than sort of block hours and things. So to get into the pricing, so how much does it cost? So the smallest amount of money, the cheapest amount of money that we'll see people paying for IT support on this per user per month model will be £20 to £25 a month. And anything from that sort of £20-25 a month up to £35 a month per user per month is what we put into the sort of budget IT support category. So it is on the cheaper end what you'll pay. And typically in that price bracket, what you'll find is smaller IT companies that are providing a fairly reactive IT support product. Not always a bad thing. And if you are also a small business, a sort of 1 to maybe 5 to 10 headcount business with a simple IT infrastructure, that £25 to £35 a month price break might actually be the perfect service for you. What you'll find is that they'll effectively be waiting for you to raise tickets with them with problems, and then they'll fix them when they come up. So if you've got a simple requirement, that could be a great system for you. It'll be cheap. It'll probably be the cheapest way to do it. And you'll often get a nice fast response and get things fixed. So for smaller sort of simple IT setups, that could be exactly what you need. Moving up from that, you'll see the sort of £40 to £60 a month price point. Typically at this price point, you're now talking with sort of larger, more established IT companies. They're going to have a bigger team with sort of specialized members of staff that maybe specialize in cloud and security and everything else. They're going to be more proactive when it comes to the IT support. So they're going to be looking for issues before they happen so they can fix them. And they're also going to be putting a bit more in terms of strategy and account management for the business to talk about how they can improve IT rather than just fix it when problems happen. And typically you see that is the right amount of money to pay for a sort of 20 to sort of 200, 250 headcount business, because you've got more data, and you need to be a bit more secure and conscious about how you're looking after your IT systems at this point. The higher price points, you're sort of £75 a month, and we do see that go all the way up to sort of £150, £200 a month per user, are more for like enterprise systems where you've got really specific, complicated IC systems that require very specialized engineers to work on your systems, and have real dedicated security requirements. And typically that sits at the sort of enterprise level. So sort of 500 headcount businesses and above will normally find they're playing that price point, because of just the dedicated amount of sort of specialist engineer overhead the IT company will have to look after your systems. What should and shouldn't be included. So, hidden costs that often aren't included in IT support contracts, or at least are sometimes and sometimes aren't. So this is the bit that you've got to make sure you're comparing apples for apples. On-site visits, are they going to charge you extra to come on site? Mobile device support, are they going to charge you extra to look after your mobile phones? Out of hours coverage, onboarding and offboarding of your IT systems, monitoring backup, monitoring security systems, things like that. Check if those are going to be included in the quote that you've seen, because often we've seen it in the past, a sort of £30 a month per user quote that you receive. When you actually add on all of those things that are happening, that can easily add up to sort of £50 a month per user after you've added on all these sort of recurring extra fees that are going to be added on. And actually, if you compared apples to apples to begin with, maybe the other IT company that was quoting you sort of £45 a month would have actually been a better choice to begin with. So just ask for that transparency from everyone and get a breakdown of what is and isn't included in their quote. Things that will be charged on top of this, so things that often, pretty much all the case, all the time, won't be included in the IT support quote, will be support for servers. And that can be quite a big charge if you've still got servers on premise that that manage your systems. You'll often pay £100, maybe £200 a month per server. Microsoft 365 or Google licensing for your emails and your data storage and cloud services will be billed on top, as well as security packages. Sometimes these are included in your support quote. Oftentimes these are added on top. So your antivirus, your endpoint detection response, so your EDR, cloud identity management systems, security awareness training, those will often be added on top of your IT support quote, and you should be aware of how much those are going to be before you take a IT support contract with a new business. So to sort of add all that up, if you're a 50 user business, as an example, with all the things we've just talked about, roughly speaking, you'll be paying somewhere between £3,000 and £4,500 a month in total, including your 365 licensing and things as well. And to sort of talk about where Genmar sits in this pricing, we've got two price points, £45 a month and £55 a month. So £45 a month is our full complete IT support package, so unlimited on-site remote support. It also covers the mobile phones and the backup monitoring and everything we just talked about above that should be included in our opinion. And then the £55 a month is all of that plus those additional security packages that I mentioned. So the EDR and MDR, ITDR packages. So just elevating the level of security that you get with that package as well, fixed per user per month price. So again, you know how much it's going to cost month to month. Yeah, if you want more information, you can head to the pricing page on our website. We've got a calculator there, so you can see how much it will cost specifically for your business. And you can have a look and compare that with the blog. We've given examples of how much other companies charge, including companies that charge less than us, because there definitely are some good companies that charge less than us out there. But just be aware of what is and isn't included, and how well people are going to manage the security and proactive IT for your business. Hope that was helpful. Hope that gets you an understanding of how much IT support costs. And thank you very much.